Vilisink back again with the raid Shadow Legends, and in this one we're going to be looking at a new build for a new champion with a new gear set rather than the broken pieces she had before. But before that, how are you all doing? Hope you're staying well, hope you're staying safe, uh, hope everything that you want to achieve you're achieving, and most importantly, hope you're having fun. Now let's just jump in and take a look at what has changed on the account. So I looked through Mighty. You may have created a bit of a relentless kind of monster here, because I'm building so much more people in Relentless, and it is fun. Uh, Currently in the Dragon Tournament, so see potentially get some more pieces. I'd like more pieces just to add on more damage to the build. But this is it. This is Coldheart in Relentless gear. Also changed the masteries. So everybody knows Coldheart, Heartseeker, multi-hits on the rest of our kit. Great in Fire Knight, great in Spider. Good in a lot of places, to be really fair. Very, very early game, taking the clan boss. So, only thing is, she's a void. Can be more difficult to get your hands on her. But apart from that, she is absolutely at the top tier champion. So, 36.7k HP, 2.3k attack, 190 speed. I want to guarantee, pardon me, too much food. I want to guarantee we're getting that 2 turns, whether Relentless procs or not. Mother Spider, I believe it's at 95 speed. It may have changed for 21 to 25, I don't know if it did. But I wanted to stick at 190 speed. Obviously above 70% crit rate, 262 crit damage. I would like a little bit more, but it is what it is with the gear sets. And 280 accuracy. And the masteries, we changed them up. So I came down to here to try to get the cooldown of a random skill. I could come in very handy. Also have Cycle of Violence here. We have Ruthless Ambush. The only one I don't have that I potentially could use is Bring It Down for the Mother Spider. But again, it is what it is. If I take that, then I don't get, obviously, Cycle of Violence. And as well as get extra turns, I'm also trying to work the cooldowns. And no, let's not go with that. So let's just take a look. First and foremost, did some Fire Knight earlier on. But first, we'll jump into Spider. And we'll see. I did change the AI for the team as well, to open up with the Heartseekers, so we can try to work that cooldown straight away. I think the Mother Spider, regardless, will take a turn. Haven't really got Renegade to work in this comp. I would like to pull a second Renegade, because Renegade currently works for some Ice Golem and Dragon. Haven't tried a Fire Knight yet, along with the Seer team. I will have to. But we'll see how we get on. Not a lot of stuns with Syl. Miscreated Monster. Do not let me down. So the Relentless Coldheart, I put Opener as her A1, turned off her A2. That means if we get a cooldown, it'll be on the Heartseeker. She has Evil Eye on her A1. All of these champions, I believe, apart from, I think maybe the other Coldheart doesn't. The rest of them do. And if we can proc some turns, we can get that recycling of the cooldown. We can potentially have some fun with it. But regardless, it's a really, really cool set. Very viable. I've seen a lot of people have Boom Coldheart in Relentless. So we're slapping the Terminator down again. Did not get a proc on his A1, but can we get some burns from the spiders before she takes a turn? Will the Mother Spider take a turn? Possibly. Let's see how we get on. We do have the HP burn. Leech to stay alive. She has a heal, so we'll just burn the spider down. But we'll go again, and we'll see this Relentless build work again. And I'm also contemplating the second Coldheart go into Reflex, so we can see the 18% chance to get an extra turn compared to the 40% chance to reduce a random skill cooldown. And if I turn off the Ray 2, then we could potentially see again the Heartseeker come back just as quick. But this is going to be a longer run than usual, but regardless, it is a 100% win rate, but regardless of whether the Coldhearts die or not. This, for some reason, because I'm recording it, it is just decided to say, you know what, we're going to make sure this run lasts like 3 minutes. We're going to make it look stupid. So, come on, HP Burns, do me proud. Do me proud, come on. I think Plarium are definitely trying to make me look silly here. Spider's taking way too many turns. I need to adjust speeds regardless, but we'll run it again and see if we can get a better time. I may run this actually off camera a little bit also, just to see how many turns she will proc and how many turns obviously doesn't proc and whatnot. But I'll show you the preset for this Coldheart as well. I did turn off her A2, so if we get an extra turn, it'll bring us back to the Heartseeker way quicker. Because either way, this team is not going to lose. But if we can make it more fun, if I can show off a really cool build that I'm actually quite proud of. I wanted to put one of my Coldhearts in Relentless for quite some time now. And outside of Spider, she could be just as cool. Again in Fire Knight, which is she reigns supreme in Fire Knight. You can take her into Dragon if you're trying to get 20. You can just enemy max HP the dragon down. But yeah, I think actually one of the reasons that the Coldheart is actually dying is I don't have a HP chest in Relentless, so she is in an attack chest. But along with the shields from Miscreated Monster and the revive from Sil if need be, I figured it was an okay trade just because I don't have that piece without sacrificing just a crap load of stats. But nonetheless, it is a cool build. We'll go to Fire Knight next, and we'll see, just let these HP burns do their thing. Because eventually I would like to get a much quicker 24-25 team. Again, if we can get the 100% win rate, because the win rate being 100% is important. You don't want to have 97, 98%. You want to make sure if you're going to run it, if it takes an extra minute or so, that you're absolutely still going to be victorious. So about 1,000,000 damage, which is kind of where you would think it would be. Let's take her in to Fire Knight's castle, and let's just see. Let's run 20 there. So Fire Knight team, 2 Coldhearts, Stag, Nethril, great at turn meter manipulation stuns. We have 1 Coldheart only doing her A1. Again, extra turns helps get the Heartseeker back. And with her A1 and her having Evil Eye, we're going to be reducing the turn meter. So we'll take a little look at this. Again, this is 100% win rate. It's not as quick as a Seer team, obviously, as Dragon and Ice Golem that I've been messing around with. But you can definitely take Coldheart into Dragon. That's what I used to do. Royal Guard, Coldheart, and I think someone else, and just they should just enemy max HP, nuke it down in several hits. It's a good way to kill the dragon. The easiest way obviously is a poisoner. It's just a far safer way because you can build that poisoner to really have no damage, just tank stats to keep them alive. So can we proc extra turns? Bow Relentless Shine. So we got the decreased cooldown and the extra turn. She's only using her A1. So it basically reduces the cooldown by 2 there, which is nice to see. She might die, but it is what it is. That's why we have Arbiter there. Also for the increased attack and this turn meter. Also the whole team revive. Coldhearts, they are kind of squishy. I don't think you're ever going to get away from that fact, even with, for instance, a defense % chest. They're still going to have the squishiness factor there. So can we proc some extra turns, make this quite cool. In the later stages, it could, if I decide to take her into like a 24-25 team, if I get Seer, Buster Ripoff, maybe Moz Mage because it's a shield set. Again, Arbiter, decreased defense. At a Coldheart, that could be an okay team to mess around with. See how many turns we can proc. See if we can recycle the cooldown. But guys, tell me, what do you think of the build she's in? What do you think of Relentless as a whole? Do you have Coldheart? If so, I'm hoping you use her. Just build her to 70%. It's only the Heartseeker that you really care about. And this dude, this is pretty much the average time that we get for Fire Knight. 1 million again, 1.1 million damage. That's kind of where it should be. So that's what I wanted to show you. In case you're curious, I can show you quickly again the stats and the masteries that I gave to her. We also have the portal live, 10x and 2x live at the same time. A lot of people are saying they're pulling Kaimar. So let's quickly show you where we sit. 36.7k HP, 2.3k attack, 190 speed to guarantee 2 turns. Even if the mother spider, because she's 95 around that. And if Relentless doesn't proc, we're guaranteed still to get that 2 turns. She's above 70%, 262 crit damage. I would like more, but it is what it is. I can get more if I go stats over sets, but defeats the purpose of putting on Relentless. And 280 accuracy. And the masteries that I changed to, I could potentially take this one, but I would lose Cycle of Violence, which actually is it's actually maybe smart to do so, because I'm not going to do 30%, I don't think, because you can only do 10% of an enemy max HP. So maybe look into revising some masters real soon, but this is what we have. It's obviously helping to reduce the cooldown, because we turned off the A2 for the spider team, so it's A1, decreased turn meter. If we work that cooldown, we go back to Heartseeker again for decreased turn meter, some damage. So that's the build. She's in Relentless. I think I'm going to keep it, do some more testing. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you have Coldheart and how you use her, how you like to build her. Most importantly, stay safe, keep on raiding, and as always, I will see you in the next one.